Yeah, we've got a couple of injuries. Johnny Walker and Ollie Holmes are both injured and unavailable. Keith Mason comes back in. Charlie Martin is he'll be part of the squad. And Ryan Boyle is available again after suspension. So we've got a couple of injuries there, but we've got people who can come in and replace them. He's had a fair period of frustration with the court case, and I think he's obviously happy to get a fair chunk of money and and to be seen to be right in the whole affair. So it's a fair weight off his mind, and hopefully he can focus on his rugby and finish the season really strongly. He's been around the game a long while, and he's obviously a pretty big physical player. So he'll be looking forward to finishing the season off really strong. And, I think with the frustrations behind him, that should happen. Hull are in the box seat at the moment, but they've obviously got the Challenge Cup final, so you don't know how that's going to impact on them. While ever it's mathematically possible, you're fighting for it, and for us it's about getting some consistency in games and then over a period of time, because we've been good in first halves at times, we've been good in second halves at times, but all too often we can't put the two together. So it's about us getting some consistency and challenging teams over the 80 minutes. If we can do that, we're certainly scoring enough points to win games, but we're conceding way too many, and it's something we've been talking about for a while and working on for a while. And it's important against teams like Warrington that you defend well. You have to defend outstandingly well, because the threats are significant across the field against teams like them. They're a consistent team, aren't they? They play pretty well. You'd think they'd be highly motivated, but you would have thought that anyway. So I think they'll be pretty fired up. But we've just got to focus on ourselves, and we know where they're pretty strong. Strong in quite a few areas. So we, across the field, our individual players are going to need to be outstanding, and as a collective group, we're going to need to be right on top of our game to manage them, and then we've got to play well. We've got to play well with the ball to challenge them. They're a pretty good defensive side. So we recognise it's a tough challenge, but rugby league's like that. You're playing tough battles every week. Sometimes the opposition a little bit better than the others, and this is one of those where they're an excellent team. Well, they're starting front row pretty good, to be honest. They've got a fair bit of depth about them. Obviously, in terms of the squad that they've got, it's probably the deepest in alongside Wigan's in the competition. So they're bringing a pretty experienced front row on there that's going to put you under pressure. But for me, if we can start the game well, I think that's going to be a massive key for us. Before they come on, we need to make sure we get into a bit of an arm wrestle and we go set for set. If we can do that, then I'll be pretty happy if after 20 minutes we're in the fight. I think that's going to be a key for us. Charlie was pretty frustrated, and I can understand why. A lot of it is down to the systems that are in rugby league at the moment, that you've got dual registration agreements, and if they don't work how you want them to, then it's very difficult for a player. So Charlie hasn't played for a while, went to Featherstone on loan and didn't play there, so there's some frustration from his point of view, and he just wants to play, which I think some of that came out in him putting in for a transfer. We've had a good chat about it. Obviously he's in the squad this week, and it'd be a good opportunity for him that he needs to take if he gets the chance to take the field.
So has he withdrawn that request?
He's we put that on the back burner, and we said we'd discuss it at the end of the season, and then we'll take it from there.
There's going to be more players in that position getting that level of frustration with the way the system is going.
Yeah, probably. I don't think it'll last for that much longer, to be honest. It might last next year, but I can't see it moving forward. I can't see it as a consistent process in rugby league that you have to have dual registration agreements. I think that when a player signs for a club, he wants to play for that club. If he signs for Castleford, he wants to go through the system and play at under 23s, which is what I think it should be, or reserve grade. he wants to play for Castleford Tigers, not go somewhere else to play. And I think it's a fundamental part of rugby league that needs to be changed.
Maybe will it be changed for next season? Do you think?
I think, to be honest, I think they need to give clubs a little bit more time than that to get squads together. So they might have to. They need to make a decision, I think, before the season starts, and it gives clubs the time to start to grow the amount of players that you need to run an under 23s. But I'm not certain what they'll do. But I certainly don't think it's worked. It's worked for a handful of clubs, but for young players who need to be playing, there's been players around who haven't played for 3 months. It's just ridiculous.
Any further forward with any recruitment gear on for next season?
Well, we're getting down the track. We're getting closer, but we don't get anything to announce at the moment.
All going to Mail, I think in John Walker with UFC, nearly a done deal. And he said we want Lynch in the way.
Yeah.
In
Well, like I say, there's nothing to announce. I mean, there's speculation all over the place about a number of players at the club. And if we've got anything, then that old Daily Mail's like we talk about all sorts, aren't we?